G'day everyone, I'm Rumoured Blaze and welcome back to episode number 49 of the Tri-Point podcast with Kinunners and myself.
It's 49.
Almost 50. Almost 50.
Almost.
A few more weeks and we've been doing it for a year, I believe.
Yes.
I don't know, I'll have to find out the actual start date.
I believe that's how that works.
52 weeks. Although, we started
Well,
after
if it's-
February though. Which means we
Did we?
avoided the leap year.
Ha.
We'll work it out. Anyway, we've
It's
got
fine.
things to talk about. I actually do have some more things than what I was saying before the podcast because I found more while we were talking.
Oh, okay. I don't have anything.
My podcast notes whiteboard is almost full now.
Wow.
It's full because I cut up some topics into little bits. However, it's
Oh.
anyway,
that still works.
something quick to go over, I guess. Mega Man 11.
Okay.
That game came out like 2017 or something.
Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah, it's now the best-selling game in the franchise.
Now.
Now. At like 2 million copies
mean-
or something.
That's pretty good. Just a bit strange.
Yeah, it's funny. Anyway, moving on from that really quick thing. Valve. Everyone knows Valve. They make Steam.
What about Valve?
Valve. It looks like they might be making a home console,
Oh?
which will be interesting to see.
How's that gonna work?
I'm assuming it'll be like the Steam Deck, except
Steam
it
Deck
plugs into a
2.0.
TV.
It's the immediate thing I thought of. I was like, Steam Deck, the home console.
Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming that's what it'll be like. I would gather.
I imagine so, right?
I can't think of any other way they would do it. Like,
Yeah.
which means, I mean, Steam, they wouldn't have any physicals anyway. Therefore, I don't know whether I'd bother grabbing one.
Yeah, I don't
Although,
think
in
I
saying
would.
that, like, there's the reason if I were to grab one, the reason I would grab one is because you can play PlayStation games on it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that'd be kind of handy, actually.
However, at that point, I have my PC, I guess.
Yeah, you have a computer,
Well, yeah.
which would probably run stuff better anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Anyway, Nintendo released some of their financials recently. Their financials.
Oh, okay.
And the Switch has done over 150 million units.
I think I saw that.
That's
Which is
a
good.
lot.
That is a lot.
This is a lot. I can't remember what the PS2 had.
I think it's still lower than the PS2.
Yeah, I think the PS2's
Off memory,
higher.
won't I?
The PS2 was a very specific area, like era though. Like
Yeah.
the PS2 was like at the time was like one of the cheapest DVD players as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's got a bit of a different thing. However, like it's catching up.
Yeah, it's getting there.
It's getting up there. And then the Switch 2 Direct's time has been announced.
Oh, okay.
And now,
I see
for
now.
context, we were having trouble looking up and converting time before starting
Yeah.
the podcast. And it will be at 6 a.m. PT.
This is why.
Which is for us
Which is
around 12 a.m.
Like
to 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yay! I mean, that's normal.
I will be in
Sounds
bed.
about normal for us.
I'll be in bed.
I'm pretty sure we both will be.
I'll be asleep. Hopefully. Oh golly. Anyway. I guess the Minecraft. I can't say sheeps this week. Our streak has been broken. They haven't shown anything.
No!
I don't think they've
Oh.
shown anything like at all yet
Oh, wow.
this week. Therefore, I was waiting before we started to see if something popped up like last week.
Yeah.
Nothing this week. However, in the update they did release with the chickens, the new chickens, the new chickens have new eggs. They have different eggs.
Can you get rotten eggs?
No.
Oh,
Well, it'd be like a poisonous potato. It won't
that'd
do
be
anything.
hilarious. Yeah.
No, there's like a blue chicken
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen a blue chicken.
I
However,
don't think I've seen blue chickens
it's
before.
like a blue
but
chicken and like a brown chicken. A brown chicken. And now
like
there's
a
like...
regular looking chicken.
Yeah, like a regular looking chicken. Now that you say that. Like a regular looking chicken. It's like a yellowy browny chicken. Anyway, and then they have their own versions of eggs, and I was confused at first. I was like, why did they give the chickens their own
Do they have
versions of
blue
things and no one else?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the blue one does
Yeah.
have blue eggs, you're correct. However, it's because, I realized, it's because when you're throwing eggs to get chickens out of it, you want to know which type of chicken you'll get out of an egg.
Oh, that's true.
Therefore, you throw
Can you
the blue
imagine
eggs
if it was just
to try to get the blue chickens.
They had the exact same kind of eggs and it was just random.
Yeah.
It's just luck based, apparently.
Therefore, yeah, that's what that is. And the dry grass is being added,
Dry grass.
which is like tall grass in the base game, however it grows in deserts on sand.
Okay.
And cactus flowers
So random. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
on top of cactuses, yeah. Cactilillions.
Cacti.
And with that, what I understand, you can it means you won't always get 3 high cactuses out in the wild.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the flower can grow on top of it when it's like 1 or 2 blocks high.
Yeah.
Interesting
Yeah,
fact.
okay. That's alright.
Interesting fact. And
Can you
then my last bit of quick
Can you-
things.
Can you do anything with the flower?
I don't know. You can place them on lightning rods.
Okay. Useful.
Yeah, and the last little thing I guess to talk about before we talk about some of the bigger things, the 2 bigger things that I've got down here. This last little thing I don't even have written down, I remembered it. Halo 5 is 10 years old this year.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, based on my timeline, no it isn't. But I'll take your word for it.
I can't believe it's 10 years old.
10 years old.
I remember the day it came out.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel... Ah.
No.
Anyway, patents. We like patents.
Patents.
Do you like patents?
Yeah, usually.
You do like patents? Like
kind of patents?
P-A-T-E-N-T-S?
P-A-T-E... Patents?
Patents.
Oh.
Patents. Patents.
Oh, I can't hear. Okay,
They're
yeah.
not called patents. I don't know who says patents, however, yeah. Patents.
Patents.
Yeah, patents. Do you like patents?
I don't know. Where is this going?
Some patents have come out from Nintendo
Okay.
about the Switch 2's Joy-Cons.
Oh.
Basically, like 95% confirming mouse mode
Yeah.
and how it can be used as a mouse and all that sort of stuff. And it goes into detail about the like how it's shaped and all that sort of stuff and how the triggers work and the little pop-out thingy that pops the Joy-Cons out of the Switch.
Yeah.
There's lots of things going into detail. However, the interesting patent of all the interesting patents is there is a patent for the Switch 1 Joy-Cons with the optical sensor in it.
Oh. Oh, okay.
With the rail, which, to me, at least, it's not a confirmed. However, to me, that indicates that there might be some backwards compatible games that use the mouse mode.
Possibly.
Or cross-gen
Interesting.
games that use the mouse mode. And they're
Which
going to
means
have
that
to sell
pool,
mouse mode
that tiny
Joy-Cons.
pool of not having some games be compatible is smaller, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Therefore, yeah.
They found a way around it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they literally, all they have to do is release Joy-Cons, old Joy-Cons that slide in, that have the optical sensor.
Yep.
And that makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I never thought of that.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting though. There's a lot of stuff that was released with the patents. It sort
Okay,
of points.
well, that's good.
There's another patent that they released about like AI that like helps you like predetermine what button's going to be pressed before you press it as well.
What? Okay.
Yeah, that was a thing. I don't know how to
That's
feel
strange.
about it. Yeah.
But anyway,
And then
what if it's wrong?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. They figure these things out. They're smart cookies.
Yep.
They're smart cookies. The patents as well showed like where the magnets are sort of sitting, and it looks like they're sitting under the SL and SR buttons, which makes sense.
I think that makes. Isn't that where they were already?
Sorry,
Isn't that where they were already?
the magnets?
Yeah.
What magnets?
Like, isn't that like the only place they could be?
I mean, kind of. I mean, it wasn't known where they would be. Really?
Well, yeah, I suppose that's true. Yeah.
Fully, at least.
In my head, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
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 It's sad because it shows the inside where of the underneath the trigger and stuff like that, and it looks like there's only a button again, and it's not analog.
Wow.
I don't like button triggers. I never have.
There's nothing much we can do about that.
Like the Pro Controller is amazing. It's one of my favorite controllers ever. However, the one thing that missteps on it, and the reason I like the Xbox controller is better, is because it doesn't have analog triggers. Did I forget?
Yeah, it is like problematic.
It's frustrating. I don't understand what makes it super difficult to put analog triggers on. Like, I mean, I know there's different processes. However, like other companies have been doing it.
Yeah. And they like are much better to use.
Yeah. I mean, it could always be like a pressure sensitive button. It won't be as good as an analog trigger. It would be better than a normal button if it was. At least.
Yeah.
Like something that allows us to push the trigger in smaller amounts to do different things, please. That's all I ask.
Yeah, instead of just one.
Yeah, exactly. It essentially ruins the point of having triggers if it's only a button. Like,
Yeah, at that point, just make it another button.
yeah, exactly.
Like, why even make it a trigger?
Multiple bumpers. One bumper, two bumper.
You've got the front bumpers, and then you have the back bumpers.
I mean, that's kind of what, like, was like the PlayStation controllers sort of used to do, I guess.
Yeah. True.
Instead of the two sets of bumpers as opposed to actual triggers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, and the patents that were shown, they're not really to scale either, because it shows some really funny hand sizes on them.
I don't think anything like that has ever really shown to scale.
No, I guess that's true. Yeah, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Like, I mean, we could always sort of guess the mouse mode for the Switch 2. However, like, it'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
what comes from that, like, the original Switch one. The Joy-Cons with the optical sensor in it.
Will it make it so certain games that use it are played slightly differently?
I don't know.
If they're like backwards
Wouldn't know.
compatible.
Maybe
I
they'll
mean.
add an update to Splatoon 3 that allows it to use mouse or something like that.
Mouse mode.
I don't know. They show some different ways as well in the patents of being able to hold it while using mouse mode and stuff like that.
Okay.
And like they've shown like you can use dual mouses on either side, or you can like hold
Yeah.
the left Joy-Con and use that for movement while using the right for mouse and stuff.
Yeah.
And to be honest, so I'm not a big keyboard and mouse fan personally. I like using a controller because it's all in one spot. Like,
Yeah.
that's always been my thing. This sort of way of having like all the movement tied to the left and then the mouse stuff on the right, that's neat. I like that.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
I like that. It's like a nice middle ground.
It's a good one. It's a good way of doing that.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I'm curious to see how receptive the mouse is. Is that the right word?
I think so.
Like how well it works, I guess is the best way.
Yeah.
Because I've had like you've had mice on consoles in the past. Like even if you connect like a Bluetooth mouse to a tablet or something, like a generic tablet, not like an Apple one or something.
Yeah.
Like they work with an asterisk.
That's it,
half
though.
the time. Like, it doesn't feel right. Like,
Yeah,
sloppy and
it's
stuff.
just kind of odd.
I'm curious to see if they're gonna like make this sort of independently work right. And the other thing is, if these work as mice, the original Joy-Con can connect to PC by Bluetooth, right?
Yeah.
Can you use these as mice for PC?
Actual mice.
And if that's the case,
I mean,
can you dual wield mice on PC? Because the PC will only ever pick up one mouse. You can plug like 10 mice in. It's only ever going to pick up one at a time. Like, well,
Yeah.
it'll pick up all of them. However, you'll move one, and it will move the same cursor as another one moves. Like,
yeah.
it's not. It'll be interesting to see what sort of happens there. The other patent was what looks like might be the Pro controller
Okay.
for the Switch 2 that splits in half and can as well be used as mice.
Splits in half. That's just scary. How would that even work?
It's a very funny looking patent. I doubt it's final, considering
How
it's a
would you
patent.
even be able to hold that?
I'm assuming it'll connect in the middle. Oh, yeah. The way they show it being held here is like, imagine you've got the grip. Have you got a control? You've got your controller around you or not?
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine you've got like you hold it in one hand, like as if you were holding it in two hands. Take one hand off, essentially, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then face it downwards, as if you were like had this.
That's so awkward. I was like, what about the jutty out bits?
Yeah.
I want to make it kind of weird.
It's kind of funny. I'm curious to see how it works. The patents as well with the trigger, as we were saying, making it a button. It looks like the trigger on it might be a button, and the two buttons together look almost like mouse buttons. Which is interesting. I don't know whether this will be the
That's
Pro
actually really great.
controller or a different controller again, maybe the mouse controller.
I don't know.
Like, it's not stated, however, it is definitely different to the Joy-Cons, that's for sure. It's got grips and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know. I think the Joy-Cons will be slightly more comfortable as mice than grippy hand things.
Grippy hands.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. However, I think that's about it for patents. No more patents. The other big thing that we've forgotten about.
Yep.
We've already talked about Halo 5's anniversary, 10th anniversary this year. It's Super Mario Brothers' 40th anniversary this year.
Oh. Oh. Well then.
And I was going
What
to
do you
discuss,
know?
what do you think Nintendo are going to do with it?
I have no idea, to be honest.
'Cause-
Because, like,
Yeah.
we need a new game, right?
Yeah, that's a thing. in
First of
general.
all. But then, like, that's kind of like a given anyway. Like, even if it wasn't the 40th anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, well, it's the first year of the Switch 2. It's kind of likely that there'll be a new Mario game. Like 3D Mario game to go along with it, considering Odyssey came out in 2017.
Yeah.
Which was a very long time ago. It's
So, like, I don't know.
yeah, I don't know, because, like, the thing is, do you think they'll focus on it too much, or do you think they'll want to focus on the Switch 2 more?
Maybe they'll have, like, a dual thing. Maybe that's what the new Mario Kart's for.
Maybe. Because, like, Nintendo are very strange when it comes to anniversaries.
They are.
Like, I can't believe it was 5 years ago now. I remember picking up All Stars for the 35th anniversary.
Yeah.
And, like, I remember, like, then, like, they did massive amounts of things for Mario during that anniversary. Mario had a lot during them. They had, like, was it Mario 35? They had All Stars, 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. They had, like, all
There's
the
a lot going
merchandising
on.
things going on. They had the little Game & Watch.
Oh, yeah.
And that sort of thing. And then Zelda's 35th, the year after.
There was just, like, nothing.
They had Skyward Sword and the Game & Watches. Game & Watch.
And I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that might have been about it. They didn't do much. Nintendo are very strange when it comes to anniversaries altogether. Because I'm trying to think, like, the 25th anniversary was a repackage of Super Mario All-Stars from the SNES on a Wii disc that they put out there and sold for full price.
Yep.
I believe, fun fact, if you loaded that game onto the Wii using a disc, you could take out the disc, and the game was that small that it fit on the RAM, and you could keep playing it without the disc in.
Oh my.
Fun fact.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, yeah, I can't believe I completely forgot about its 40th anniversary. I watched some other YouTubers talking about it, the 40th anniversary this year. Gosh,
Yeah.
I can't believe it's been 5 years since the 35th. Ah.
Yep.
They don't usually start the anniversary stuff until like later and like sort of closer to the middle of the year, I think. Usually when it comes to Mario, because like
We'll see.
Super Mario Bros. Like it didn't like it's not actually the anniversary of Mario as such.
Yeah.
It's the anniversary of Super Mario, like the NES game. Like
Yeah.
where because like before that you had the Mario Bros arcade game. If you want to get technical, you had Donkey Kong as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's 40 years since Super Mario Bros. On the NES. And then, like, I
Because
don't know.
then that still brings in, like, what if, like, because we don't know when the Switch 2 is supposed to come out,
Yeah.
but we can assume it's somewhere around the middle of the year,
Yeah.
at least. So it's like, if both things are around the middle of the year-ish,
Yeah.
would they just put them together then?
I don't know. Because, like, I believe for the 35th anniversary, there was, like, a Mario Switch as well. Like, a different
Yeah.
looking Switch for it. Do you think they'd do that with the Switch 2, considering it'd be as new as it is? Like...
I could see it being like a very exclusive, like,
Yeah.
here's the only time for you to get this Switch 2.
It'd be funny if they released Super Mario 3D All-Stars Plus, including now Mario Galaxy 2.
Oh. Oh, goodness.
They're awful sometimes. And then, like, yeah, I don't know. You can imagine, like, I guess they could do another Game & Watch. They could do Mario Bros. 2.
Because, like, then if they were separate, you'd have some stuff competing with each other.
Yeah.
And then that also is, like, if you have a new game,
Yeah, exactly.
I'd imagine
It's
it'd
like,
be on both Switches, but then that's, like...
Therefore, yeah, I could see definitely at least some 40th anniversary stuff going on in the new Mario Kart.
Yeah,
I doubt it
definitely.
would have much else to do with it unless they spring something else on us. I don't know when Super Mario Kart came out, the original.
I don't know.
It could be another anniversary that I'm not aware of. And then, like, yeah, a new Mario game is sort of a given. I don't want Mario's 40th anniversary to overshadow Prime 4.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a worry if that happens. Yeah, I don't know. It's very
There's too much
strange.
stuff.
They could release Mario Bros. 40 instead of 35.
40.
Have that instead. I guess, like, maybe we might get some new information about the second movie.
That's the other thing I was thinking, I guess. Was like,
Yeah,
if they have anything going on with the second movie, I guess I'd release that
Yeah.
information, but...
because, like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, for the 35th anniversary, there was a whole direct for the 35th anniversary.
Yeah.
Do you think it's likely to get another Mario direct for the 40th anniversary?
I guess it depends on how seriously they're taking the 40th one.
Yeah. Because, like, they didn't take the 30th that seriously. It was, Mario Maker came out?
I think.
Was that it?
Something like that.
Is that it? I think that might be it. I'm trying to remember if anything else. I guess you had the 8-bit Mario amiibos.
Oh, yeah.
My gosh. To say, like, 10 years ago was like Wii U related stuff. The Wii U feels current to me for the most part.
Yeah.
Makes you feel old. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, I don't know. Mario 40th
I
anniversary.
don't know.
I'm trying to think of what big thing they could do. I
There
guess
isn't much.
I'd imagine they'd probably do some sort of celebration at the theme parks.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah, I
that.
could see that.
Like, because 40 years is a long time.
It is.
Like, I'm trying to like, how old would people be who played that game back when it came out?
Yeah.
Like, at least people who understood what was happening. Like, someone may have been 2 and played it. They could be like 42. I'm like,
Yeah.
people who sort of understood what was happening. I guess it'd be closer to their 50s.
At least in their 50s.
Yeah. That's... Gosh. Mario's been around for a long time.
Mario's an ancient.
Mario is an ancient. He is
Yeah,
an
'cause, like,
ancient.
Then I'd have to balance between, I think it was like you said before, they'd have to balance between making sure nothing's overshadowed.
Yeah. You see, that's the biggest problem, especially with the
is-
Switch 2 coming out.
Really
It's like-
difficult.
I don't know whether the Switch 2 will impact how Mario's anniversary will be, or it will go alongside it. I mean, I guess we'll find out. I mean, next year is what, the 35th anniversary of Sonic or something?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Is that right? No, that can't be right. 10 years difference. No, it can't be, because he's already had his 30th, hasn't he?
I don't know anymore.
Am I going... What is happening in my brain?
The brain isn't.
The 20th was in 2011. Which
Okay.
means the 25th
Which
was
means they're like, they're up to like the 33rd or something?
2021.
34th?
Which means they're 34th this year, 35th next year. I was right. I thought there was 10 years difference between Mario and... maybe? No, I don't know. It must have been 1985 that Super Mario Bros. Came out. I may be thinking I'm thinking of the original Mario Bros. I don't know.
It might be.
Gosh, that's confusing. Why did they do it like that, Nintendo? Nintendo were like... The funny thing with anniversaries, what gets me with anniversaries, that really, really messes my brain up, is you always celebrate the anniversary of something once it's done.
Yeah.
Realistically, would the anniversary not be of the founding of whatever it is?
I guess not, because...
Because you could say Super Mario Bros. Is 40 years old this year. However, what if the game started development 41 years ago?
I guess it's like, you don't know at that point in time if it's going to land with people.
Yeah.
So I guess once it's done, that becomes the anniversary.
I guess you don't celebrate a birthday until someone's born, to be fair.
Yeah, true. Same logic.
I answered my own problem. That's literally,
Yeah.
like, that's been a problem I've had for years now, and I realized then what I was thinking wrong about. Oh my god. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. See what happens with Mario's for its 40th, which means Zelda has got its 40th next year.
And what if they don't do anything for it?
Please do something. Poor Zelda.
Because I had Echoes last year.
I think they have like an initiative that they want to do like a Zelda game each year, somehow, like in some way. Not necessarily like a brand new one each year. Have like something Zelda related each year.
Yeah,
Therefore, there will be definitely something. There'll be something this year.
probably.
I'm assuming Breath of the Wild remastered, because that's probably what they want to launch, or at least have on the Switch too. However, like, that's been a
Who
rumor
knows,
for a little
honestly.
while. I honestly,
it?
I don't feel the need for a Breath of
I'm
the
not
Wild
sure why.
remastered. Personally,
You've already got Breath of the Wild on the Switch.
I think there are a lot of other Zelda games that need to be brought up first before Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild. However, Breath of the Wild was very successful. My biggest problem with Breath of the Wild is I struggle to go back to it after playing Tears.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't know, something about Tears' mechanics majorly, like, makes the Breath of the Wild's mechanics feel really old, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I know
Well,
a lot of other people prefer Breath of the Wild over Tears, however, I don't know, something about the way Tears, like, sort of, like, kept, well, what's it called, sort of advanced the mechanics from Breath of the Wild. I don't know, it makes it difficult to go back to for me. Like,
Yeah.
there are some things that I will wish were in Tears that are in Breath of the Wild, like Rivali's Gale.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
That's what I want in Tears. Rivali's Gale.
That's it. That's all you ever need.
I mean, the other champion abilities are neat as well. Like,
I don't like how the champion abilities are done. Well, I don't mind it, but it's like I prefer how they're done in Breath of the Wild.
yeah. Okay. I don't know
Yeah.
about the champion abilities in Tears. I haven't got there yet.
No,
I didn't know there was champion abilities. There you go.
there is.
Are they similar or?
They're done not quite.
Oh, okay.
They're just done in a way where it just makes everything kind of cluttered sometimes.
Oh, okay. To be fair, I think a lot of Tears and a lot of new Zelda games have a lot of clutter.
That's true.
I think
They're
Nintendo
not
sometimes
good at
mistakes
working
for
out.
extra content.
Yeah.
Scrolling to the right on your echoes.
Every time.
I've heard that's the worst thing in Echoes of Wisdom.
It's awful.
And I know it's a problem I had a lot with I have a lot with Tears. Breath of the Wild isn't as bad because there's not as much.
Yeah.
Even then.
Well, at least in those games you can select them from the inventory. Can't do that in
you can go
Echoes.
into the inventory and go select them if you want. You can't do that. Oh, that is frustrating. I don't understand why there's not an Echo screen that you can go through.
There is an Echo screen that you can
You
go
simply
through.
can't select
You
them
just
from-
can't select them.
Why?
I don't know.
That's such an easy way to break down on, like, silly things. Why can't you favorite specific echoes and have that in the line as opposed to having every single echo?
You've got like your most used,
Yeah, that makes
but
sense.
it still has the entire line.
Yeah. Why isn't there like
I forget half my echoes.
I feel like, are the echoes like categorized at all?
Not really, no.
That'd be a good way to do it, like categorizing the echoes, and then instead of pressing I'm assuming you press the left stick to scroll left and right.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, press the right stick and it can switch between the different categories.
Well, because you can switch between like having it as like your last used or like what you just learnt or something.
Yeah, I meant like if you flick the,
But
like maybe they can be all lined up in different categories, and then you flick the right stick right or something, and it'll flick straight into like the next category over,
yeah.
as opposed to having to.
The only other problem with that is that some categories would have like 2.
Yeah, that's understandable. Mixed
Just kind of
category.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a inherently broken system in the first place, which
Yes.
should not have probably been in Echoes.
It was painful.
The reason it was in Tears is because it was a carryover from Breath of the Wild. However, the fact that it was in Echoes like it was is, I mean, in my opinion, that's a bit of
It's
an
a
oversight.
nuisance.
Like,
Forever
that's such-
being like, okay, what echo do I need to use today?
Was that not a thing that they would have noticed while playing? Like,
Maybe they just didn't think it was that bad. For some reason.
maybe they memorized where every single echo sits in the bar, and they like,
That's not how
don't know
that
exactly
works,
how
though.
long to hold down the stick
Depending on your...
for. Yeah, because it moves around. I don't know. I'm simply confused to what they were sort of like thinking while they were developing it. Like,
Yeah, well, why they have a screen that you can't even select from is...
yeah, that is a bit
Baffling.
odd. It's a bit of an odd setup. I don't understand. Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't know it. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they'll do something a little bit more Zelda-ish next year.
Hopefully.
Skyward Sword HD, HD,
Skyward Sword ×2.
HD squared. It's like, okay, again, I guess. Would Skyward Sword work better with mouse controls? Is the question.
I feel like it wouldn't.
Like moving the sword around.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because the way they did it in HD is like you can use the normal motion controls if you want, or you can use the right stick to move the sword around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
What I would like to see, which is completely off topic, however, I was thinking of Wii games being brought to newer consoles. They need to bring back Secret Rings and Black Knight for Sonic and update them a bit because I like them.
Give them
That's
a
all I
better
have to say to
control
that.
scheme.
Yeah, better control scheme. Actually, proper controls.
Yeah.
And then I'll be happy.
There you go. Problem solved.
Press a button to swing the sword instead of having to waggle everything.
Yeah.
And then bring out the third game in the trilogy, please. I want to see what was going to happen. They never did it.
Well, you'll
Do you
never
think
know.
Sonic Rush will ever be re-released?
Probably not, honestly.
Like, it's one that uses the two screens a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you run between both the screens in the game. And then, like...
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I don't know.
I feel like it'd be too difficult to.
It could have been one on the Wii U.
True.
Like, there is all the rumors and stuff about how the Switch 2 might be able to connect to the dock wirelessly. That way you can use its screen separately. And I'm like...
It sounds nice and all, but like...
yeah, the idea, it makes sense on paper. However, you've got to remember, like, the only thing it would be able to run is, like, DS games. Because, like...
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be chewing a lot of power if it's trying to output to its own screen a separate thing to what's on the main screen. And, like...
Yeah.
Where the Wii U was the opposite way around, where it was a console connected to the main screen and then transmitting to the second screen.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it would work properly. So I would say probably not.
Yeah. But there's a theory that people have been having. And it's like, okay, we'll see what happens there. We will see what happens. However, other than that, I don't have much else to talk about.
I don't think there is much else.
There wasn't too much today.
There's not a whole lot happening this
I guess we could quickly
time.
talk about, like, with Valve maybe making a home console, what could they do to make it a bit different?
That is a good question.
Because Valve have done kind of home consoles before. They had these things called Steam machines
I don't know about those.
a while back. However, they were okay. They did what they said on the box.
They were okay.
They weren't the most powerful things, and like back then, Steam support without Windows was much more lacking than what it is now with the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Not to mention the big picture mode. Oh, excuse me. The big picture mode, which is what is used on the Steam Deck, was, I guess, I didn't mind it. However, it's not as intuitive as the current big picture mode.
Yeah.
The operating system for Steam OS. However, like, yeah, nowadays it's a little bit different. I simply think I don't know what they can do to differentiate themselves from the competition too much. Like, at the end of the day, it's simply going to be a box that plays games.
Yeah, it'll be like the same thing as almost every other one.
It's literally going to be the same thing as Xbox.
It'll be a competition of choose your favorite, I guess.
I think it's funny because, like, people are complaining, including me, about the way Xbox is sort of going all games, like, service, stuff like that, sell the box and you play the games on the box type thing. If Steam were to release a console, is that not exactly what that would be?
Exactly, yeah.
Because that's what Steam is. Steam is like a software stuff first. Like that's what they do.
Yeah.
Like hardware was never really their
whole
forte
point.
until the Steam Deck came out, and the reason the Steam Deck was as popular as it was is probably because of the Switch. Like
Yeah, exactly.
the Switch sort of led the way for that handheld, like the bigger handheld phase. Like it was always a thing. It was a very niche market though, and even
Yeah.
then, the Steam Deck I think is considered the most successful handheld other than the Switch.
Other than the Switch,
And it's only
yeah.
sold like nowhere near as much. like
Yeah.
like I think it's sold less than 5 million. I want to say I might be wrong about that. I'm like that sound like that's good for what it is. However, like
But it's not a lot.
if you're comparing it, like there was stuff that came out that the Xbox Series consoles may have only sold 29 million,
Yeah.
and that's considered not very good, and only 2 million in the last year even with the Series consoles,
Yeah.
which is, and they want it to be on top. The console, they want the hardware to be on top, yet they keep pushing away from their hardware, which is two very different mindsets.
Yeah, I don't know. It just. Yeah, they like. It's two very different.
It's just like you got the
Sides.
hardware side of the people who are like, yes, we're going to create amazing hardware that plays all these games, and then the software side is like, yes, we don't need the hardware as much, we'll put it on whatever we want. It's like, guys,
Pick one. Having both is not a very good idea.
no, it's very confusing. They're literally,
Yeah.
they're like their whole marketing scheme at the moment. Anything's an Xbox.
But it also isn't.
Except, yeah, exactly. They never listen to the Incredibles bad guy. I can't remember his name. If everything's an Xbox, nothing's an Xbox. And like at the same time, it's like they want their hardware to do really well, yet they're making sure that their hardware has no draw. It's like
It's a very weird. Like,
I'm
what are you
confused.
doing?
No, I don't know. And then like the other thing is with Steam doing all this as well, putting their OS on different things. I say different things on the Steam Deck and maybe a home console. Xbox wants to start putting might start putting their OS on different things as well. Therefore, Xbox is basically trying to make themselves Steam too.
Steam the Xbox edition.
The box Steam. That's essentially what they're trying to do, and like I don't know if it's gonna work.
I don't think it will, because I think more people are just confused than anything.
Like, yeah, the thing is with Steam is they have been there. They've had such a monopoly on like the picking a what's it called like picking like a service on a PC to play games on.
Oh yeah.
They've had such like a monopoly on that for that many years that whenever someone's tried to come in and like dethrone them, it's never worked.
Yeah.
Therefore, yeah, I don't know. It's strange. How
It
was
is
our poll
strange.
for last week?
We didn't get nothing on it.
We got nothing.
We got nothing.
Nothing at all. What will our poll for this week be?
What do you think Nintendo will do for Mario's anniversary?
Yeah, maybe. A new
I don't
game.
know. It's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, new game. Switch 2 variant. Nothing.
Second movie information.
Well, the second movie's not due to come out until like next year or something.
So
Or
that's
year
information.
after, even. That's the information, the stuff they've already confirmed. I would imagine it would be like the more voice actors and like maybe a little bit of a plot update, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some more updates on that. Yeah, that might be a good way to do the poll, the polly poll,
Oh,
the
really?
polly oli, the polly oli 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 oli.
The polls.
3 polls, 2 polls, 1 poll, 10 polls.
All of them.
You can tell I'm getting tired because I'm simply rattling off random stuff now.
Yeah, there's nothing
better
going on
end this.
anymore.
Oh,
Probably
anyway.
should, hey?
Sorry.
Oh, goodness. We probably should, huh?
Yeah. Oh god, luckily we don't have anything else to record today.
Yeah.
So I can go have my shower. It's getting pretty stormy here. My bin's blown over outside. I'm gonna have to fix that up.
No.
It's rolling around on my balcony in the rain.
In the rain. We need to end this video.
Because we emptied the bins earlier, and what I've done is I don't know why we're talking about this in the podcast. I've sprayed them and set them out in the balcony to like air out because it was really sunny and hot before.
Yeah.
And now it's pouring rain and extremely windy. Within the last hour.
Oh, there's bobbins.
Anyway, yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode of the podcast. This is a bit of a all over the place
Bit of a
one
weird one.
today. Oh, I hope rain doesn't get in the back of my aircon. I have a portable aircon. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed it. Thank you for listening, and we shall be back in the next one, Big 50. Cheers, everyone.
Goodbye.